Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Engineering and Technology, SOET, Diploma Postgraduate Diploma Programs, Postgraduate Certificate in Inventory Planning and Warehousing System for Engineers, PGCIPWS, MWR 03 Warehousing System, Block-1 Warehousing System Design and Operations, Unit-2 Warehouse Management Processes. 2.1 Introduction. Most companies usually produce goods in anticipation of the demand. This means they will need an adequate storage space for their surplus finished goods until their customers and clients start putting in orders. Basically, a warehouse is a place for receiving, storing, and shipping of the finished goods when the customers and clients need them. Warehouse management is commonly associated with 6 basic things: accuracy, cost control, efficiency, cleanliness, safety, and security. But the underlying processes are complex and dynamic, posing major problems for warehouse managers across industries. So, for effective and efficient functioning of the warehouse, it is very important to understand all the stages and the procedures involved in warehousing management objectives. After studying this unit, you should be able to understand the various processes in warehousing, describe the inbound and outbound processes in warehouse, understand the documents used in warehouse, explain the key performance indicators of a warehouse. 2.2 Warehouse Management Processes. Warehouse management, WM, is the control of the day-to-day operations such as receiving goods, tracking stock, ensuring efficiency in storage of a warehouse. The term is sometimes used interchangeably with the stock control or inventory control. However, they differ in a number of respects. Stock control aims to maximize profit by getting inventory right, whereas WM aims to maximize the efficiency and effectiveness of warehouse operations. In other words, stock control means how many of a particular product a firm has and when to order more, and the warehouse management, WM, tells which bins those items are in and the order in which they need to be picked. Though not exhaustive, the following is the list of the various processes of warehouse management, which will be discussed in the ongoing sessions. Figure 2.1, Warehouse Management Processes. Inbound process in warehouse management. Inbound process is the one where items are checked and logged in as they are received and put away in the correct bins or packed for dispatch without further storage. This is also known as cross-docking. 2. Quality control in warehouse management. In a warehouse environment, quality control actually refers to the quality of the orders which are shipping out. Since order fulfillment is the important service which need to be guaranteed by the firm for the quality of those orders before they go out the door. It may include pre-shipment inspection, SI, container loading supervision, LS, and piece-by-piece inspections for quantity and quality of items. 3. Outbound process in warehouse management. Outbound is the process of selling out the goods to the customer's clients, and it's an important part of any business. With outbound sales, the firms get to choose which prospects they want to target and how to make contact with them. 4. Documents records keeping in warehouse management. Record keeping is the act of keeping track of the history of an organization's activities, generally by creating and storing consistent, formal records. Record keeping is typically used in the context of official accounting, which include invoices, bill of lading, delivery challan, bank statements, legal documents, permits and licenses, insurance documents, sales records, refunds and returns, accounts receivable, accounts payable, obsolescence record, customer list, vendors information, employee information, tax documents. Refund or return process in warehouse management. Returns management is a supply chain management process by which activities associated with returns, reverse logistics, gatekeeping, and avoidance are managed within the firm and across key members of the supply chain. The returns area of a warehouse is commonly full of a mix of open cartons from many different units that need to be identified and sorted according to disposition. Through this sorting process, credits must also be issued and returned to vendor tracking created. 6. Disposal of non-moving obsolete goods in warehouse management. Obsolete or dead inventory is the stock that can no longer be sold because the product has reached the end of its life cycle. Obsolete inventory can be disposed of in various ways. Every effort should be made to sell the items at an amount equal to the cost recorded in the inventory records. Some vendors may buy it back or trade for parts that can be used on newer equipment. 7. Performance measurement of warehouse management. The warehouse KPIs, key performance indicators, are used to measure the performance. They allow the firm to set a benchmark for month-on-month improvements and help identify areas that will have a direct effect on both overall business costs and customer satisfaction. The KPIs related to inventory, product availability, product damage, and transportation are discussed in the forthcoming sessions. 2.3 Inbound process in warehouse management. The inbound delivery process starts when the goods are staged at the vendor's shipping point and ends when the ship-to party makes a receipt posting for the goods. The process flow includes creating a purchase order or a scheduling agreement, determining the goods receiving point, creating an inbound delivery automatically, repacking the goods if necessary, creating a transfer order in the warehouse, posting the goods receipt. Inbound process involves many activities like inbound planning, inbound execution, goods receipt, process, pre-receipt, receiving preferences, receiving exceptions, receipt process, close receipt, receipt visibility, etc. These activities are discussed below. 2.3.1 Inbound planning. Many companies track their inbound planning and procurement costs in an attempt to reduce the cost of goods sold. The opportunity to reduce costs are enhanced by better visibility to both inventory holding and goods in transit. Optimize transportation and lower labor costs. A warehouse has visibility to inbound inventory upon creation of purchase order or transfer. Merchandising or purchasing system owns the purchase order. 2.3.2 Pre-receipt. The pre-receipt process enables a shipment to be marked as received at the package level. This process is followed in warehouses that have large receiving yard or area where shipments are offloaded before the receiving department starts the shipment work. This allows recording of shipment level attributes during pre-receiving process that include trailer details and driver details. In addition, the actual date and time of pre-receipt is recorded to track carrier performance. 2.3.3 Goods receipt process for inbound delivery. The goods receipt process, refer Fig.2.2, for inbound deliveries is an essential part of the supply chain. After the creation of the purchase order, this process is initiated. This includes the notification, the inbound delivery, subsequent put away of goods, and the goods receipt posting of the ordered goods. The significant advantage of depicting the goods receipt process through the inbound delivery function is that the firm can execute many processes in advance, even before the actual goods receipt posting takes place. The firm has all the necessary information beforehand because the supplier notifies it of the inbound delivery ahead of time. The inbound delivery describes exactly which materials or pallets can be received on what date and at what time. Figure 2.2, Goods receipt process. 2.3.4 Inbound execution. Inbound execution is the completion of inbound planning process, which is receipt and put away of inventory. Inbound execution is one of the most critical factors that directly influence the throughput of a warehouse. The impact of where and how inventory is stored in a warehouse directly influences the time taken to put away, replenish and pick inventory. 2.3.5 Receiving preferences. A warehouse can identify its own receiving preferences to characterize the flow of inventory from the receiving dock to other departments and zones of a warehouse. This allows controlling receipt process with the information that is available in a warehouse. It also supports the least automated warehouse through paper-based process and all warehouse up to the most automated receipts 2.3.6 receiving exceptions. This tracks inventory receipt at a purchase order level or shipment level and also maintains case or pallet level details. The exception types that occur in a warehouse include receipt after the expected date, receipt of items that do not exist in the shipment, overages, shortages, or damaged inventory. This tracks visibility of quantity received against a shipment that allows for overages or shortages to be tracked. This allows tracking performance against a vendor. This also records receipts against shipments and enables to correct manual receipt data entry errors. These modifications are reflected against a shipment or a purchase order. 2.3.7 Receiving. The receiving process in a warehouse involves acceptance of goods from the carrier and then the physical process of checking and receipt of inventory. The best way to receive products is via an advance shipping notice (ASIN) from a supplier. With this information on system, operators can scan consignment barcodes to bring up the ASIN. If the delivery matches the ASIN, then goods can be received. 2.3.8 Receipt put away. In a warehouse, put away refers to all the processes that happen between receiving goods from vendors and having them all put away into their assigned places. Having a put away system simplifies the process of storing items, reduces the risk of misplacing or losing items, and keeps firms' warehouse clean and organized. The receipt of a product initiates requests for diversion of product for put away. Receiving preferences control the timing of when a put-away request is generated. The request is generated when a receipt is completed or when the complete shipment has been received. 2.3.9 Close receipt. The closure of a receipt indicates completion of receipt against the purchase order or shipment and uploading of information to the host systems. This enables both manual and automatic closure of receipt. Manual closure of receipt is initiated through a console. Automatic closure is based on business process configuration that checks for conditions, such as full receipt of quantity, excess quantity that has been received, or put away completion. This initiates closure of a receipt typically as an end-of-day process based on warehouse requirements. 2nd March 2010 Receipt visibility. This provides visibility to all receipts at most granular level. The visibility is provided at a level at which inventory has been received into a warehouse. The visibility is provided through a console at shipment, receipt or purchase order level. Visibility into the audit trail is provided through Inventory Audit Console. 2.4 Quality control in warehouse management. 2.4.1 Quality control. The most essential core component of any good warehouse efficiency strategy begins and ends with quality control. Focusing on the quality of each order, monitoring and adjusting protocols and processes based on key metrics for the proper packing and shipping of each order can improve the efficiency of the operations. The quality control (QC) helps address the quality control procedures that may be achieved at the receiving warehouse. This also ensures quality and accuracy of the product shipped out. 2.4.2 Quality inspection. Quality inspection provides the ability for a warehouse to inspect products in inventory. This enables a warehouse to apply a disposition to the product. This may result in inventory being classified into a specific inventory status, such as awaiting inspection, QC hold, good inventory, and scrap. Inventory status may be applied to either at a location level or for a complete item in a warehouse. Further, inventory status may be restricted to a specific lot and even a specific serial number. Warehouse may define different reason codes and specify reason code and additional inspection comments while changing the inventory status. 2.5 Outbound process in warehouse management. Inbound logistics brings supplies or materials into a business, while outbound, logistics deals with moving goods and products out to customers. Both focus heavily on the transporting of goods. But inbound is all about receiving, while outbound focuses on delivery. Processing of customer orders, order picking, checking, packing, and shipping are the outbound processes. Outbound processes are more labor-intensive than the inbound processes. There are various phases in outbound processes, which are discussed herewith. 2.5.1 Outbound planning. The productivity of a warehouse is measured in terms of its efficiency, inventory accuracy, and order turnaround time. Order turnaround time is a critical factor in measuring customer satisfaction. It is critical for a system to mirror a warehouse process through each individual process at an order line level. The diverse nature of the operation ensures the need to simplify each process and automate the activities as desired. The following should be taken into consideration during the outbound planning phase: grouping and prioritization, accepting waves, lane assignments, releasing waves, containerization, batching, printing documents for a wave. 2.5.2 Outbound execution. Outbound execution covers the process from the point when pick tasks are released for an outbound shipment up to the point when the packages are loaded into trailers. Outbound execution is a result of the strategies employed during the release of shipments. The flow of activity in a warehouse is modeled through business process configuration at a shipment attribute level in a warehouse. 2.5.3 Picking. Picking refers to the process where individual items are picked from a fulfillment facility to satisfy customers' orders. It's an essential aspect of order fulfillment and is considered one of the most expensive and labor-intensive activities for warehouse. During the pick process, appropriate instructions for pick and pack are provided to the user. Picking strategies. The important task for managers is to ensure they adopt the best possible strategies during picking products and supplies. Picking strategy must be chosen based on the layout, products, and equipment that workers are utilizing. Following are the picking strategies using in warehouse: batch picking. Preparing multiple orders at the same time is called batch picking. Workers exercising this strategy move through the warehouse collecting items for numerous clients or production needs in a single trip. Zone picking. A warehouse with very diverse inventory may wish to utilize zone picking. In this strategy, the warehouse is divided into different areas. Workers are assigned to a specific zone, and each one is in charge of picking items from that area. Wave picking. Wave picking combines batch and zone options. Employees move through the entire warehouse picking multiple items at the same time from different zones. The products picked are later organized for individual orders or purposes. 2.5.4 Pack and hold. This allows a warehouse to pick and pack shipments that are marked as pack and hold. These pallets or cartons are put away to appropriate locations for later retrieval. Tasks are automatically created for a container based on the ship date attribute of a shipment. This also supports last-minute modifications to indicate that a shipment must be put on pack and hold. It also provides complete location-level visibility to all containers of a shipment. 2.5.5 Packing cartons and pallets. Packing operations or confirmation is performed on completion of the picking and/or value-added service (VAS) operations at a SKU level. Certain pick strategies including sort while pick and pass combine packing activity along with the pick. The pack process in this scenario is closing of the carton after insertion of appropriate material. The pack process in other pick strategies including pick and sort is performed at the completion of pick-off the entire wave or shipment. The packing process captures additional information like serial numbers, ship, by date, and weight. Serial number is captured during the pack process only if the warehouse does not capture serial number as an inventory attribute. The automatically determines the weight of a container using the attributes at an item level and the corrugation weight. However, it is necessary for some warehouse to capture actual weight at a carton level. 2.5.6 Outbound sorting. This enables a warehouse to sort outbound shipment containers into a location. Once a shipment container is sorted at a particular location, the system suggests the same location for other containers of the shipment until the user manually overrides the location. 2.5.7 Shipping. The right orders must be on the right vehicle at the right time, with the right delivery manifest. Shipping can be either less than truckload or truckload shipments, LTL and TL, or parcel shipments. Dock scheduling. The dock scheduling functionality enables to manage all dock locations in a warehouse for receiving inbound shipments and shipping outbound shipments. The dock scheduling rules enables the user to specify number of days in advance to take a dock appointment. This enables the firm to associate a dock schedule with a shipment or load. If scheduling is done for a shipment, it provides complete visibility into the shipment volume, weight, number of cartons available, and pallet information. Dock scheduling is based on the warehouse calendar associated with the dock and considers all working days and holidays and shifts that are valid for receiving or shipping operations. Each dock can have its own calendar and shifts specified when they are available. Less than truckload or truckload shipments, LTL and TL. Typically, LTL and TL shipments are physically sorted into pallets at a carrier level. For LTL carriers, this can automatically generate pro numbers. A shipment is marked as shipped upon confirmation at a bowl level or at a trailer level. Trailer loading. A load consists of a single shipment or multiple shipments. In TL and LTL shipments, it is critical to ensure that all pallets and containers are loaded into the correct trailer to ensure shipment accuracy and customer satisfaction. A trailer manifest or master bowl is printed for the load. If necessary, visibility is provided at a load, shipment, and container level for a trailer indicating which containers have been loaded. 2.5.8 Exceptions in outbound execution. The activities during pick, pack, and ship are dependent on the inventory available at each step. Typically, exceptions that occur in a warehouse include short picks, customer requests for cancellation of entire order or part of order, modifications of carrier assigned, rebuild of pallets, or recontainerization at the shipment level are also allowed. In the case of a short pick, the picker requests for an alternate location. This automatically records a discrepancy against the location. If inventory is not found, the carton is marked as short pick and the shipment requires resolution after interaction with the customer. A customer requests to modify an order or place an order on credit hold. The shipment corresponding on the order requires to be stopped. If necessary, the shipment needs to be cancelled. This facilitates the process by allowing moving of this carton into a problem area for resolution. Depending on the activities that have been completed on this carton, the picking and packing are undone. 2.6 Documents used in warehouse management. It is very much important to know about the documents used in the warehouse for transportation and logistics. Following is the brief of the documents. Lorry receipt. LR is an undertaking by the transporter to deliver the goods to the destination. It is an indispensable part of the transportation process. 3 physical copies, driver, consignee and consignor, of the consignment note are passed on by the customer. Railway receipt. RR Railways issues a receipt called Railways Receipt, RR, as an acknowledgement for the goods to be transported through railways. Generally, for the goods to be transported by rail, it has to be moved to the railway station using road transport. Consignment note. A consignment note is a document regarding the carriage of goods by road which declares the contract of carriage and includes the instructions given to the carrier and proves the contract of carriage. Bill of lading. BL This document enables the holder to claim ownership of the goods transported. Every bill. AWB This document is used when goods are sent by air. Warehouse warrants. It is a document issued in favor of the owner or depositor of goods by the warehouse keeper. Delivery note. This is a document sent by the seller to the buyer for signature as acknowledgement when goods are delivered. Commercial invoice. This is a legal document between the supplier and the customer that clearly describes the sold goods and the amount due on the customer. The commercial invoice is one of the main documents used by taxes and customs departments for determining the sales tax and customs duties respectively. Dock receipts and warehouse receipts. These are forms that are used to verify the ownership of the merchandise being stored, sent, or received. After an individual or company drops off their goods at a warehouse or dock, they are given a receipt. Certificate of origin. A certificate of origin, CO, is a document declaring in which country a commodity or good was manufactured. The certificate of origin contains information regarding the product, its destination, and the country of export. Inspection certificate. A document certifying that merchandise, such as perishable goods, was in good condition at the time of inspection, usually immediately prior to shipment. Pre-shipment inspection is required for importation of goods into many developing countries. Export license. An export license is a document issued by the appropriate licensing agency after which an exporter is allowed to transport his product in a foreign market. The license is only issued after a careful review of the facts surrounding the given export transaction. Packing list. A packing list is a document used in international trade. It provides the exporter, international freight forwarder, and ultimate consignee with information about the shipment, including how it's packed, the dimensions and weight of each package, and the marks and numbers that are noted on the outside of the boxes. Apart from the above, following are the inventory control documents for entering and maintaining the information: sales records, a journal of non-cash transactions affecting accounts payable. Purchase records, documentation of purchases subject to state and local taxes. POS records, individual items sold or purchased. Stock requisition, SR. Pick and issue, PI, issue confirmation, CI, over the counter, OC, stock return, SN, inventory adjustment, IA, physical inventory purchase input, IP, stock transfer issue, TI, goods received note. Store requisition form. Stock record card or bin card or store ledger. Store receipt voucher, SRV, store issuing voucher, SIV, bin card, stock card. The organization must keep all the business records for 5 years, including tax invoices, receipts, salary and wages records, tax returns and activity statements, and super contributions from the employees. 2.7 Returns Management. IGNOU. It is a process in retail and e-commerce that involves interfacing with customers who wish to return a product, and then collecting, organizing, and restocking inventory that has been returned or exchanged. Sales returns processing manages merchandise that the customer has returned due to complaints. Firm enters the returned merchandise in the system and have them analyzed. When the analysis is complete, firm uses the results of that analysis to decide whether the merchandise can be reused. The complexity around handling returns mandates the following rules. When customers return goods, they should seek and be given return management authorization, which outlines what is being returned and why. All returns must be traceable to their order, document, and invoice. Companies must have a predetermined returns process that delineates what is to be done with the goods once received back in the warehouse. Example: return to stock, repair, destroy, discard, recycle, return to manufacturer, etc. All credits must be system recorded together with reasons why the goods are returned. Inventory must be updated where goods are returned to stock or held for further action. The returns area of a warehouse is commonly full of a mix of open cartons from many different SKUs that need to be identified and sorted according to disposition. Through this sorting process, credits must also be issued and return to vendor tracking is also created. The comprehensive returned goods documentation should include product being returned, quantity, original price paid, vendor issued returned goods authorization (RGA) number, amount of credit due for the return or trade-in item, original purchase order number, reason for return, restocking fee if applicable. Moreover, to stop the product returns, the firm may attempt the following: prevent customers from buying the wrong product, craft good, and maybe even creative return policies. Consider loosening up the policies for holiday returns. Motivate the staff. Promote exchanges, store credit, or gift cards instead of cash returns. 2.8 Disposal of obsolescence in warehouse. Obsolescence in warehouse in excess or dead inventory. It is stock a business doesn't believe it can use or sell due to a lack of demand. Inventory usually becomes obsolete after a certain amount of time passes and it reaches the end of its life cycle. The simplest way to identify obsolete inventory without a computer system is to leave the physical inventory count tags on all inventory items following completion of the annual physical count. Obsolete inventory can be disposed of in various ways. Every effort should be to sell the items at an amount equal to the cost recorded in the inventory records. Some vendors may buy it back or trade for parts that can be used on newer equipment. Causes of obsolete inventory: inaccurate forecasting, poor product quality or design, inadequate inventory management system, long lead times, ways to dispose of the surplus goods, reuse, also called redeploying. This is the most rewarding option for company. Recondition, also referred as refurbishing, it is a method of putting used equipment and parts back in service. Return the goods to the original supplier. Resell, if firms resell something that they have bought, will sell it again. Shopkeepers buy them in bulk and resell them. Recycle, recycling is the process of collecting and processing materials that would otherwise be thrown away as trash and turning them into new products. Recycling can benefit the community and the environment. Scrap surplus items are sometimes sold to employees of the enterprise. If the surplus is the result of technical obsolescence or overstocking due to various reasons but the materials are in new or good condition, these can be disposed of to employees in a satisfactory manner. 2.9 Performance measurement in warehouse. The warehouse KPIs, key performance indicators, are used to measure the performance of a warehouse. The performance of a warehouse is affected due to the following reasons: inaccurate inventory, redundant activities, suboptimal picking, poor layout, space utilization, product diversification, seasonal demands, high labor costs, avoiding product damage. However, to measure the warehouse performance and efficiency, one of the most popular methods is to develop warehouse management KPIs, key performance indicators, which measure how effectively the processes are reaching their goals and objectives. The following key performance indicators, KPIs, may be considered for evaluation. Inventory. Inventory KPIs are incredibly important, as they provide a window into how quickly the inventory as a whole is moving. A few crucial inventory KPIs include inventory turnover, inventory accuracy, inventory to sales ratio, carrying cost of inventory. 2. Product availability. Product KPIs help measure the ability to meet the customer's order demands, which is important for any supply chain. Keeping a finger to the pulse of product KPIs can help the organization chart seasonal or unexpected spikes and will help ascertain which items are most popular. The product availability KPIs include stockout percentage, percentage of orders filled complete, order fill rate, and weighted average fill rate, average percentage of items on backorder. 3. Product damage. Knowing what's going on with the product damage and returns is key to reducing those numbers. Keeping tabs on the returns and damage will help to spot trends and hopefully reduce the returns and damages. Information to track is number of returns to total orders, Value of returns to total sales, rate of return, reason for return. 4. Order entry, how much time passes between when a customer places an order and when they receive it. How's customer satisfaction? Tracking order entry, backorder rates will help to identify areas in which the organization excels at customer service and areas in which the firm can improve. Consider tracking minimum, maximum, average time for order handling, percentage of orders handled within target time, perfect order rate, back order rate, we order fill and errors. Is accuracy sacrificed for speed? Is firm losing money on errors? Knowing how accurate the orders are and how quickly they refill is an important part of customer service. If firm wants to measure order documentation accuracy, then firm should look for percentage of order documents with errors, percentage of order items that the picking operations actually fills within a given period of time. Minimum, maximum, average time to process orders. 6. Transportation. Tracking the transportation KPIs is key to improving delivery time and accuracy. Monitoring this data can help firm remain aware of any fluctuations or irregularities in delivery as they occur. Transportation KPIs could include percentage of deliveries on time, percentage of orders delivered by customer request date, damage and loss claims. 7. Other metrics to be considered. Order picking accuracy, percent by order. This metric shows how accurately warehouse employees pick products. For orders, average warehouse capacity used, peak warehouse capacity used, on-time shipments, inventory count accuracy by location. 2.10 Summary. Warehouse management is the control of the day-to-day operations such as receiving goods, tracking stock, ensuring efficiency in storage of a warehouse. There are numerous activities involved in a warehouse management process. They are inbound process, outbound process, documents records keeping, return process, disposal of obsolete goods, performance measurement. In inbound process, items are checked and logged in as they are received and put away in the correct bins. In outbound process, goods are sold to the customer's clients. During these processes, documents records are to be maintained in a warehouse to store and record the data. In some instances, customers wish to return a product. Collecting, organizing, and restocking inventory that has been returned by the customer is also a function of a warehouse. If any obsolete or dead inventory is found, that has to be disposed from the warehouse. KPIs are used to measure the performance of a warehouse, which allows the firm to set a benchmark. This helps to identify areas that will have a direct effect on both overall business costs and customer satisfaction. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.